Hello darklings, my name is Sanniz, I'm a Swedish goth, and today is gonna be a little more mysterious, a little more witchy maybe, but first we'll take the intro and see you soon.
Sanniz, a Swedish goth, not just a one box.
Hello darklings, my name is Sanniz, I'm a Swedish goth, and today is gonna be a bit witchy, so I thought I could at least start with using my little witch hat. Isn't it cute? I think so, but that's enough. I don't want to let that take all the attention, so I thought we're gonna start with books, because if you remember last week I was showing you a video from LaxTon Haunted Museum here in Borås, and I thought, what should be better than continue a little about these spooky, witchy type of things, because it's two sides that goes together, and some of the things in the Haunted Museum was to do with that type of things that we either like that type of things do, or we even collect. But I thought I should first start with some brochures and some books about different things, and I thought I couldn't start. I only took the one I have in English. I'm not gonna show everything I have because some things are in Swedish, so I don't think it's any meaning with showing that, because most people that follow me are from other countries than Sweden, so I thought it's better to just show the ones I have from different things. So I thought I should start with the books and the brochures. So I thought I should start with the ones I actually bought in UK, or maybe got. This one I'm not sure if I paid for, and it was when I went to Pendle Hill. And if you live in UK, you know about the Pendle Hill witches trials and that type of things. So of course I got this brochure about it. And it's a very interesting place to be. And I even went to the shop Galores, Witch Galore or something like that. And it was a very nice place. And this is a brochure about everything that has to do with the Pendle Hill. And we were to the museum too, and here you can see like a map over the things too. And yeah, this was a really nice place to go to, even if the history about it is not that good, because it was not for the favor of the witches or the people that were accused for being witches, if you know what I mean. And of course, if you mention Pendle Hill and their witches and the witch trial there, of course you have to mention the Lancashire witches too. And it's a little, and this is a book, The Lure of Lancashire Witches. And yeah, I think witches are a very interesting history we have, often very dark, at least when it comes to what happened with the people that were accused for being witches, or even was maybe a witch. Remember I said that we think was, because there's no real proof who is a witch or who isn't. Only the witch themselves know that. But you know how it went, and this was not just in UK, it was all over. It's even in Sweden been very bad when it comes to the witches. And like I said, if someone just get yellows or got paid for telling people who was, even kids got paid for it, so they could even accuse their own family for it. And in most cases it was women, but in some rare cases it was actually men too. And of course I have two other books I want to show too, before we go further. And one is The Witch's Craft by Raven Grimassi. I'm not sure if I pronounced it right. Sorry for the glare. And it's actually a really good book too. It have a lot of different things going on. Have little picture in it too. So it's not just a lot of text to read. And how you should work with different type of power and that type of things. And some type of telling about the color symbolism and that type of things, and other things that you might think is interesting too. And yeah, if you're interested in witchcraft and that type of things, this can also be a book to read. And of course some book that I think many of us might have, or at least I have seen it more than once on the internet when people, at least with my background, talk about it. And this one I don't even remember when I bought it, because I had it for forever, more or less. And that is A Witch's Bible. And this is a really thick book, and it's a lot of pictures, maybe not a lot, but you can see like those old type of things in it, that type of things. And I do like this thing. You can read, and I think it takes up a lot of other stuff too. And it says it's complete witch's handbook, but I think no book can be complete when it comes to witches and witchcraft. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. And that I was a bit cryptic there, wasn't I? But that's supposed to be like that, because I don't think when it comes to that type of things, no one is fully learned, and it's always a bad and a good side with everything. Even when it comes to witches, it's always a cost, no matter what you're doing. So think about that. Is the thing you're gonna do with curses or something, is it worth that? Because it's gonna hit you back too. Never forget that part. But now I think we're going further to the next item. So be back soon when I'm taking that a little bit closer. And here I got a little bag. It's some of my crystals, not everything. I have other things, and some I actually have given away. But I can at least try to show some. I'm very bad at the name, especially if you're gonna have them in English. But some of them at least I have still. Whoops! Ooh, not good, isn't that? And it's actually one of those that run away. And of course I forgot the name, as usual. I'm so bad at names. But this is not an ordinary one, because these have a little rune. I'm gonna take it out. Oh, the zip bag refused to let it go. So I can show it. It's actually a really nice shiny one with this rune in it. And it's Otala, that is for ideal visions. That's the only thing that thing says. So I think if you are into runes and that type of things, have a rune book and read about it, or go Google it. I'm not gonna show everything, but this is at least called in Swedish Amazonite, and it's a beautiful greenish stone. Green is not normally my favorite color, at least when it comes to clothes and makeup, but I can like it on other things. And this one is actually really nice. So you can see different pattern in it with different colors, and yeah, it's nice. And when I was younger, I did very often this type of crystal therapy, when you need to like relax and chill, or you have some problem with energies in the body, where I put crystal, lay down on the bed and I put crystals over me, that type of meditation. But nowadays I can't really relax that much. I'm feeling more stressed out. And this one in Swedish is say solsten. Translate should be sunstone, so I'm not sure what the English word is, and I'm not gonna start to Google everything. And but I can show you the stone, how it looks like, so maybe you recognize it. And it's actually a little unusual color, a little more beige apricot type of color with some lines in it and little like reddish spots in it. So I think it's a very pretty stone too, or crystal I should say. Sometimes it's a little hard to know the difference. And here is onyx, and that one, the most people know that it's very usual when it comes to jewelry too. So it's this very beautiful shiny black one. This is as shiny as my nail polish. So that's a great one too. So like I said, I'm not gonna show everything, because the whole bag is still lots of stone. I just pushed them down in it, so, but I just wanted to show you some of them. I still have some in my knees I'm gonna show you, so it's not over yet. And here I got some greenish again, that is in Swedish called månsten, or translated moonstone. And I don't know if that's the correct term in English. But this is also a greenish one. It looks very that, and have like two different green tones in it. And I do like the little dark one in it. And every stone, at least on those one I have in bags, have a Swedish little explanation what they are for. And I have given away some of my crystals and stones to people, especially when I felt that this. And there another one fell. It's not my day today, but I have to find out before I go further after those stones. And this is called ametrine, I'm not sure what that is in English, but it is a little more like if you take Coca-Cola and make it to a crystal. That is the easiest way I can describe how it looks like, especially when you have the light coming through it. It's a little hard when I don't have shiny, but it's like looking into a glass with Coca-Cola or something. That's the color of the stone or crystal. And then I'm gonna show you the last that is in Swedish called lepidolit. That was not a good word to say for me. And it's actually a little purplish, and this one have a surface that I'm not sure if it looks like that when it was brand new, but it's a little more purplish. And this one is a link to the spirit world, said, so it should make it a stronger connection with the other side, and it's good when you do meditation and create a calm. And if you have that saggy skin or wrinkles, you should be able to help with that too. So I guess I should need lots of them now when I start getting old. But now I need to pick up this one I dropped again, another one, and then we continue with other things. So be back soon. And when we are still on that type of theme, so I'm gonna show you some runes. First I'm gonna show a bag with both one. So it looked like already like this, with different runes on it. And we're not gonna show every rune, because I think if you Google and everything and what the runes are meaning, you're gonna know that anyway. But I take out some, but it's all runes in it. And the color of those are in this type of color. Everyone have that type of color. They're gonna show a little different. It can be that I show them from the wrong way, because sometimes it's a little hard to tell. I think it might be that way. That, so you can get a little feeling how those looks like. But I don't have any books in English. All my books about runes and crystals are in Swedish, so you have to Google all the meanings. But this one I bought on the Christmas market, I think, on the medieval part on Liseberg. That is an amusement park, but every year they have this Christmas thing going on, and they have different areas, and I bought this on the medieval part, so they sold rune things too. And of course I have my own runes that I actually, when I painted in runes, I used color that I have my own blood mixed with it. So yeah, I do have runes with my own blood in it, at least on the symbols itself. And those ones are in a beautiful blue color. Really little hard to catch, but you can see they match my hair. It should be very much easier to show it if you saw that in the light. And I'm not sure you can easily see that thing, because it's a very darkish red things I have painted them with too. So even if I show it close, it's hard to see what I have done. Try to see if this one might be more visible, but if you look a little closer, you're gonna see the symbols. And yeah, they have a tiny bit of my blood in it, so I have done this thing with blood too. So that was all with my crystals and my runes. So now we move on to the next thing. And of course I need to show this one. I got like a birthday gift from Trevor's mom and dad. That was bought from the Witch's Hat. That is a little witchy shop in Fleetwood that I have filmed in one of my UK visits. Plus I also did a haul with my birthday gifts recently, where I also showed these books. And this is for cleansing your home, and you have a different type of things. You got the instructions, of course, and then you have all the type of things you need to cleanse, like a sage, for example. You got this wood that you have a certain thing, and then you got this Florida water. So I still have it in, stuck with next thing, but I still have it in here. But if you go back to that video, I can see if I remember to put down links so you can go and check this out. So you use them, you have instructions for everything. You have even this little thing with even some stones and little spices in. and you got this shell and even this one. So you have a lot of things you're gonna need for using to cleansing your house, and that is a very typically thing you use when you feel bad energy or something, or you move into a new place and you want to be sure that you start fresh with fresh energies. So hopefully you remove the bad ones, but it can even be where you are right now. If you feel that the energy has started to change, you can actually use something like this, or you have your own things for it that works too. It's a different type of ways how to cleanse the home. So this is like a little kit that the witches had put together, because there's some witches that actually have this shop, and I think they had some type of meetings too. Sometimes the people could come to and learn a little more about them. So that was that one. So now we got to next. And of course I need to show my tarot cards. I should have one more, my first one, but I lost it when I moved away from my not that good ex-husband, because I could only go away with one part of my things in one go. If I came back, it shouldn't go that more easier. So I needed to take everything I could get room with. So I forgot a lot of things, even important photos and that type of things, and music, and you name it. Other sewing parts that was important for me too. But in some places it is you or them. Should I survive or should I not? So that was the price I had to pay. But I have some others. So I still have 4. So one is one of the oldest. I'm gonna end with that one. But I'm first gonna show the 3 others. And one is Seek the Answers with Tarot, or like this says in Swedish, Sök svaren med tarot. And it comes like in this type of package. So you just slide it up. And inside, of course, you have a book. Let's see if I can get it out. And the book looks like this. Inside it, just in Swedish, but it's explain the cards and the meaning. Of course, you can, after a while, put a little own view on the answers too, because it's not stuck in a stone or whatever you say. And of course, you have your cards too. And see if I can get things down when I'm finished. And not all the cards wanted to go up either, so I think you're gonna have to pause in between, because this box is not so good when I took things out. But I want to show the back side of the card. Are really pretty in that type of way, simple, but in the soft colors and in the color schedule that I should say is a little relaxing. And when it comes to how the card could look inside, so I'm gonna show you some examples, but I'm not gonna tell what every card is, because I think either you can read it on them, because many cards say it, but those are talking in Swedish. So, but I think you can understand the symbols anyway, because it's little of the same no matter which type of tarot card you have. They have the same type of things, but I think those are really pretty too. It's a simple style, maybe not that advanced all the time, but they do what they do, and they have their own style too, that you can tell for sure. So I'm gonna put them together first, and I'm coming back with the next ones. See you soon. So the second one I bought in Gothenburg, and it's called Cats Ruled Earth Tarot, and it's like this big box too. And I bought it on the sci-fi bookstore in Gothenburg, like I said. And I think I have shown some video, might have. And it also comes with this book that telling about the tarot things, and you can read about it and see the instructions for everything. And of course, how you're gonna take them. And then I put them down in a hole here, and keep it together with these things. I'm probably gonna pause again when I'm gonna put things together. And I do like the vexer on those one. Can you see the skeleton cat skull? Very cute. And of course I'm gonna show, like I did with others, some examples of the cards could. And in this type of way, they're still in Swedish, sadly, even if the box was named in English. But I guess it's because they're sold in Sweden. This bookstore have more books and that type of thing in English normally, but they also sell a few in Swedish. So I thought it was a little surprising when the title was still in English, but they let everything else be in Swedish inside it. But I think it's probably some that have the same one but in English then. And I'm not sure if that sells in another type of that. So this is the last one I show. I don't want to show everything, but I think you can probably Google on them too, so see how they look like. Or you maybe have a witchy shop that sells them, so you can take a closer look. So I'm gonna put them together and be back with the third one. And I forgot to mention that the first one I showed I actually bought in a supermarket that called Ica Maxi here in Borås when they have this yearly book sale, and I saw that one was included in that one. And the third one you might have seen recently. I know that the health anarchist, that is John, also have done a review of this one. This is the Modern Goth Tarot, and this I didn't think I should see that, and I found it's in the same bookstore in Gothenburg again, and that was the last time when I went over there too when we bought it. And I was so amazed to actually find it, because I just saw the day before, so John doing this review on this one, and I was thinking I'm never gonna find something like that over here, because he find it in UK, of course. I'm gonna show some of them again, have done that in some haul, but I think he do a much better review. But of course you have a folder, they're gonna include how you're gonna use the cards and the meaning of them. And like you said, in the end of the most of them, they usually have different methods. If you use one card or 3 cards, and then you go to the other ones, yeah, depending on what you're after. And then it come delicate packing like the other ones. Even if this box is a little smaller, it still holds together with this thing. And this is the back side, and it's very colorful too, but in a relaxing type of way too, so I do like them too. And I thought we can show some example, and like John said, this is a very including one, so no matter what type of goth you have, which body shape, or if you he, she, her, it doesn't matter, because it's everything here, it doesn't matter. But I'm gonna show some, so sorry if I don't include all the diversity in it, but it's different skin color and everything, so you can find something that is you in it no matter what. I'm gonna try to find as many as possible that maybe is not, but I don't want to drag out the video either too long, because I think people have a life too. They might not be willing to just look at a lot of cards all the time. Gonna see if we can find something that is a little more interesting. I might have gone past the big arcana that is usually more interesting cards. I wanted to find something that is a little more including. See when this starts, that we have something that is a little different. So you see, it's something for everyone really in it. I think that's awesome. Very beautiful cards. And like I said, it's even the body shape is different here, so you don't really have to have a certain body shape either, so everyone is included in this one. So this is really interesting. And like I said, different type of cards, and there the box went in. I'm so clumsy. And like I said, Cyber Goth. It's so beautiful. Let's see if I can find something. Doesn't it remind you about twin tribes? I think so. And we can take the last one. And this. So that was that. The Modern Goth Tarot. And I'm gonna put them together, pick up what I dropped, and be back with the last one. So be back soon. And I'm back with my fourth and last tarot card. That is actually the oldest one I have right now, but that was the second one. And this one I bought in a Witchy crystal shop here in Borås. And you can see on the package it's really knackered. I have used it, but I don't do readings for others directly. It was very rare. I did it back in the days in 2000 that I did this one card thing for people before we went out, when we had this party before going to clubs and that type of things, and they like to have this thing. Can you please take a card for me? Can you please take a card for me? So I did it back then, but it takes a lot of energy for me, especially if you're gonna do a bigger one. I need to sit down calm, I need to take my time, and maybe even print down, write down what I think about what the card's telling me, because my memory is not always the best, so it can take some time before I'm ready, especially if I do bigger ones. But those are beautiful, and this is the oldest one I have, and it's Dark Angels Tarot. And I think it's a little explaining in it too. Gonna see if I can get everything out here. I'm not sure. No, this is only the cards, but I can tell there's some cards still stick in it, but I'm not gonna show everything anyway. But the back side is also this type of calming, very beautiful. And for being that older, being used, yeah, it was a book here. Fibber, of course they put the book in it. They have this little small one, and this works just the same as the bigger ones too. So I think, I'm not sure if there's a card that is stuck. Yeah, it's a card. But that is just an explaining about the tarot card, so it was not the card itself. But I'm gonna do like I did before. I'm gonna show you how some of the cards look like, so you can take a little look at them. Like I said, they are very beautiful. And they go in this very dark theme too. And if you notice that there are actually dark angels. That's the name on them too. Even if some might not look as dark, but it's still a little that dark feeling over it. But it's still very gothic, and I think the most goths might love this type of tarot card too. And it's got different type of pictures. And this is a tarot card that I loved since start, and this is the only one I actually have used. The other one I have never used. I might try them, but like I said, it takes a lot of energy too. It's not just sit down and do it. Some people can do it, but I can't. For me, it's much more work in it. It don't come that naturally. I think you have to do them very often to make it easier over the time. But I think it's very beautiful cards. And here I got another example on a very light one. So that was all of those. So now we're gonna go to the last thing I'm gonna show in this little more witchy type of episode or video than I usually show. So be back soon. So now I'm back with the last item. I don't have the right box for it because I bought that in the Witchy crystal shop here in Borås too, but they have lost the real package. And it's a Ouija board I'm gonna show. And if you watched the last video before this one that I showed from LaxTon's Haunted Museum, you're gonna recognize it because I commented with the text when they showed a similar one that actually was haunted. I need to see that the package. I got another type of package for spirit board or Ouija board or whatever you call it, but it's still in papers and everything. And I was surprised actually to see just the same. So I was thinking, oh my gosh, I do have one of those. So I'm gonna show you first this one, and everything is in wood. Beautiful done. And remember, never play with it alone. Always be polite and never forget to say goodbye to the board before you leave. And don't ask things that can lead you in bad things, because it's not an ordinary game. Just so you know that people that use them know how the rule works. I'm not gonna go into it, but I do love this type of things. I'm probably gonna buy something that is a little more classic in the look, if you know what I mean. More like when you think Ouija board, you think in a certain way. And this one is still not giving away how my Ouija board is looking like, because it still can be like the other ones too. But then we come to this one. And if you watched my last video before from the Haunted Museum, you recognize this one. Isn't it amazing? It's a beautiful wolf, and I do love it. And it's in solid wood too, and it feels nice. Just look at the eyes on it. The eyes really want to suck you into the board itself. I love it, I love it, I love it. But I don't directly use it, and like I said, it's not a game just to play around with, because it have its own consequences if you're unlucky. I said unlucky because it's better to say that, so not some people that don't understand those things gonna jump on or something. But I say use it, but use it respectfully and follow the rules. And never forget to say goodbye to the board too when you leave, so they know that you have finished what you did. And never ask wrong questions either. But this is my little board, and I do love it. And I was so surprised when I saw one at that museum that actually was given to them, that they said this one is haunted. I didn't read exactly what it was all about, but it was someone that probably started to get a little bit afraid of it. So that's why they gave it to them in LaxTon. So, Darklings, this was all for this time, and I hope you like this little more spooky, witchy type of thing, because this is one part of me too. Even if I'm a goth, you don't have to like those things to be a goth. You don't have to be goth to like those things either. You can be you, just so you know. And witches or not witch, just interested or whatever. If you were not interested, you shouldn't watch anyway. But this is what I have, at least some of the items. I have a lot of other stuff too, and I have a lot of other things in Swedish, so I don't want to show them, because the most people are not Swedish citizens that watch me anyway. So I think it's better I show the things I can show, and I hope you're gonna like it. And I'm not gonna mumble off all the details you have to do for this channel, you know. And bling if you're new, subscribe, and that way, because you should know by now. But I want you all to stay safe, stay weird, and be nice to each other. Love you all. Thanks for watching. Bye.